crazy. So let's watch Anand put this away. I mean, he is completely winning. It's just he's got not just a pawn. He's got a passed b pawn, right? So what is Magnus going to do? Well, Magnus starts pressing the gas. You see, Magnus is a guy who's like, I sense danger. Time to step on the gas. Not on the road, but on a chessboard. Vishy gives him the d3 pawn. It was going to be very difficult to defend it. Now he kicks out the queen, and the queen is back on h7. Vishy is just totally winning. Alright, rook b3, kicks the knight backwards, and he just takes it. Okay, still leaving this bishop there. There are now two passed pawns in the white position. They're both passers. All white has to do is coordinate the pieces, push the pawns to a point where black is completely reduced to being passive, and win the game. We have b6, the rook goes passive, b7, the rook goes passive, and Vishy can play queen g4, disallow the queen to get back into the game, knight f5 is coming, and he can even sack this pawn if he really wants. Knight f5, bishop f6, rook b6. I mean, the threats, there's just a million threats, and just pressure. Knight e3 with the idea of queen c8 in the future is pretty crazy. You gotta be a little bit careful, though, because Magnus has one trick up his sleeve, and it's the c-pawn. And Vishy stops the c-pawn, but the c-pawn has something sinister in mind, and it's not what you think. It's queen d3. In the middle of all of this, the horrible nature of the black pieces, queen d3 suddenly asks a few question marks of white. Here's the thing. What do you do? Because if you take and play rook b5 defending the pawn sneaks past everybody. You're forced to come back, and now rook takes b7 first of all. Right, and now the white rook can't defend. Now if you take the queen and go here, well, black just goes back, threatening the pawn. If you try to defend both pawns, rook d7, who guards this? Right? Rook b6? I don't know. g6, f5, e4, like the avalanche of pawns can come. And suddenly, the game turns around completely, and Vishy is losing his biggest asset, which is the b7 pawn. It took Magnus one move, and pressuring Vishy on the clock, and he manages to salvage the draw. Vishy offers a draw here, the players agree, rook f8, king h6, this pawn is lost after king g7, and that's it. We just go, the game ends before it even starts.